Welcome back. We're going to be talking about the tariffs, how it's impacting crypto, how it's impacting the stock market, and just kind of what's happening in general, because it's an absolute hot mess. In addition to that, TikTok may go away yet again tomorrow. So, dear OF founder and dear HBAR Foundation, can the devs do something? Quite literally. I'm just kidding. They put in a bid. I hope they get it because, again, I think that somebody that was able to successfully create the OF platform knows exactly the creator how to manage the creator economy, plus a crypto project that is focusing on AI, DeFi, RWAs, and so many other things. I think it would be a perfect match in heaven. However, they don't care what I think. Trump is going to do what Trump is going to do. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. We have to talk about Powell being ghetto. All kinds of stuff. But before we do that, I got to tell you a story. So Lowe's got her spring concert tonight, and she's super excited. She's been performing the dance. I actually learned the dance and did it with her yesterday. It was so much fun because it's one of my favorite movies ever. I'm growing up, which is another really weird story. But anyways, but this morning she's like, "Mama," I says, "What?" She's all, "I think people need to bring a picture of me so I can give them autographs." Because she's a performer. She sings, she dances, she plays guitar, she choreographs her own stuff. She's 8 years old. She's been playing guitar since she's been like 2. And she's just so funny. Like so funny. She actually told a very well-known music man when I introduced her, because we were at this crypto thing. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Lo plays guitar, blah, blah, blah." And she's like swinging around on the little bars on the stairs. And I'm like, I always want to introduce my kid and show my kid off. And she goes, "No, Mom, I don't play guitar. I play in the pocket." And he just looked over and he's like, "That's so awesome." But my kid, literally, she is confident. She is polite. She's a little bit sassy. She sets boundaries, but she will say what's on her mind. And I appreciate that of her, primarily because I was very insecure at her age because I had a lot of, family trauma and stuff going on. So I love that my daughter is so confident in who she is. She just sells herself. She's the best. She doesn't care. You don't like her performance. Great, fine, fantastic. She's going to keep doing her. It's not going to stop her. Again, she's polite. She's not a spoiled brat, but at the same time, especially in entertainment, it's important to have that type of confidence, to have that ego, because you got to sell yourself as an entertainer. So she wants to be a singer, dancer, whatever. When she grows up, she can do whatever it is she wants to do. I will be supporting her in most cases, but you gotta uplift your kids. You got to inspire them. You got to allow them to be creative. You need to support them. Within moderation, of course. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to TikTok. Don't worry, you guys. We got this. Shout out to Twitch, Rumble, and of course, my YouTube babes. We're going to go ahead and give you guys a shout out because you guys are supporting me, watching the O Show, everything crypto every single day. Make sure you smash the like, you share this, etc. Good morning to D, to Mr. R, to Gorgeous Queen, to Buckeye, to gorgeous Alexandra, to Leski. And where's Mr. John Germain? Shout out to Mr. Eric. All right, let's go and get into it. Got a lot of stuff to cover today. It's Friday. It is Friday. I don't know if I'm going to do unlimited pizza today. I actually didn't think about what I want to eat today. I did Chili's yesterday with my sister because it's funny. Because my sister doesn't drink. And she's just she hasn't drank in a long time. It's just a personal choice of hers. So there's this guy that makes content primarily on TikTok. And he talks about going to Chili's and getting Baja blasted. And I don't really drink during the week. When she's with her dad, I'll have a couple drinks on the week. I don't really drink in front of my kid. But my sister's always like, "Let's go to Chili's and get Baja blasted." I'm like, okay. But we get the chicken samplers and the mozzarella stick things and whatnot. I had a healthy meal yesterday. I had the chicken crispers. I got mushrooms instead of fries. So I need to get some fries or something today. We got to get some carbs. All right, let's get into the news. Because I'm just... Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're going to get to crypto in a little bit, but I want to first really talk about the stock market, okay? So there's a lot of different sources that we were going to talk about. I'm going to give you guys my opinion. So breaking, Trump tells investors, "My policies will never change." This is apparently came from Truth Social. He's saying to the many investors coming into the U.S. and investing massive amounts of money, "My policies will never change. This is a great time to get rich, richer than ever before." I'm going to explain kind of what's going on with that. So I don't agree with everything. And they weren't fried mushrooms. They were with butter and whatever. I'm going to explain what he's talking about here. And again, I I want to see how the tariff thing plays out. Primarily because it's something we haven't done before. And when you're completely screwed, you have to take chances and you have to try new things. Is it horrific? Yes. Are people going to suffer? Yes. Is it the right thing to do? I have no idea. But we are in a big, bad mess. And it's not just the Biden administration that got us through this. It's literally since 2000s. Even after 2008, it still wasn't handled good. So what do I think about tariffs? We have to try and figure out to see if they're going to help or not. Are they going to help? I have no idea. I hope to God they help because I don't want to see anybody struggling. But at the same time, going through what we've been going through, something has to change. It really, really has to change. So I don't know what the outcome is going to be. Do I support President Trump on this? I have no idea yet because if it doesn't work, I don't support it. But at the same time, when he's talking about people are going to get rich, he's talking about, okay, so the stock market dumped. And we lost like $3 trillion. What was it? Let me see. What did we lose? Yeah. What did we lose? We lost 2.85 trillion wiped out of the U.S. stock market. This was yesterday. So what does this mean? Shout out to Stray Dog. What does this mean? Well, stock market's dumping based on the news. Stock market is a Ponzi. It is something that is heavily manipulated. It's a financial tool. It's a financial instrument that allows certain people to do well. Why do I say that? Well, the accredited investor law is incredibly predatory, and companies that are, that have money or that whatever that may be, they get to create product or they get to create traditional financial instruments and make money while a small business can't go to a bank and get a loan. Okay. So as far as the stock market goes, it does matter because there are people that are associated with it that can lose jobs and all kinds of stuff. I'm talking about the hardworking Americans. Now, that being said, when Trump's talking about getting super rich, he's talking about probably buying the dip. I actually bought Chainlink yesterday. I told you guys I was buying the dip on stuff. I put a video out. I want to accumulate more Chainlink and I want to accumulate more and I want to accumulate Aave. That's what I want to do. So I'm buying the dip. And he's right. If the stock market does end up rebounding, people that bought that dip, they're going to do well. Will they get rich? I have no idea, but we'll see what happens. Now, that's what's going on with the stock market. Over here, Walter Bloomberg, tariff economic Armageddon, crushing weak iPhones may rise from 1,000 to 3,500, slowing AI progress. I don't see how that's going to slow AI progress because you can do AI stuff in America. So that's, to me, those don't make sense. U.S. consumers will face higher tech prices. They could, but again, we should be the way America's set up, we have so much damn red tape that people aren't allowed to create things. And the reason why I'm saying this, we've seen it happen with crypto. Okay. So with this being said, we need to remove red tape so companies can build in America. Tariffs may cut tech earnings 15%, disrupt supply chains, and cause recession or stagflation. Baby, we've been in a recession, okay? We've been in a recession just because some economists that sat in school for 10 years with a damn piece of paper saying we're not in a recession because they're looking at numbers and mathematical equations with different end values that they want to sample sizes and whatnot that they want to go off of instead of actually going to the streets and seeing how people are living. Baby, we've been in a recession, okay? Tech stocks face worst crisis in 25 years due to Trump tariffs in the last 36 hours. Cool. Makes things in America. Make things in America. And I understand that buying things overseas is more affordable. Great. But that doesn't mean that we can't create tech companies in America. But that needs to be the way that can be done is if we remove a lot of this red tape and restrictions and the cost to do businesses. Like California, you're an idiot to do business in California because it's so damn expensive. Yes, I'm talking about myself. Reciprocal tariffs aim to match U.S. trade surplus supported by auto industrial tech leaders. I don't know enough about that. Unlike the 80s, tariffs now hit tech trade, AI revolution, and global industry hard. I think that a lot of the tech stuff, a lot of the innovation, a lot of the AI can be duplicated in America because it's intelligent people that are creating startups and doing things. However, we need to remove the red tape. Silicon Valley relies on Asian supply chains for chips, hardware, components since the 1980s. Yes, it's going to hurt them. And it's that part sucks. 40 years of global trade give U.S. cheap tech, now 50%, China, 32%, Taiwan, raise costs 40 to 50%. U.S. manufacturing takes 4 to 5 years to build, but labor costs are high, workforce unprepared. And that's true too. So again, we've got good, we've got bad, but mostly it sounds bad. I personally believe that Trump is using these as a negotiation tactic with a lot of these countries, and hopefully it works out for him. If not, we're effed. But again, we also have to be patient as well. Now, this is a post over here from Bill. It says the Trump admin playbook strategy coming into force. Real-time inflation currently below 2%. Inflation is a BS number. It's a BS number. Assemble the team, Bassett, Lutnick, Musk, etc. Fix fair trade fees and balances with massive tariffs. Okay. Get the 10 and 30% year bond rates way down. Okay. Equally massive emergency tax cut. Yes, that is very, 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 very much needed, and just not on poor people or middle class. There should be a flat tax for everyone to pay. Just because somebody becomes successful does not mean they should be persecuted for it. Refinance $7 trillion in expiring notes, part of tariff negotiations. Okay. Force Fed's hand to cut rates. Quarter easing starts. We do need to cut rates. The rates are stupid. They're dumb. We should cut rates either way, because it shouldn't be 7% to buy a damn house, or 20 or 30% for interest rates on credit cards. Doge cuts 1.5 trillion, which I love Doge. I love exactly what Doge is doing. We need to remove fraud. We need to remove waste, and we need to really see what we're spending. Public hearings and FBI investigations of fraud. Budget cuts of 1.5 trillion. Budget surplus by year 3. Vance wins in a landslide. AI robotic productivity. Boom. Mirror software. Boom. Mid-90s, creating massive equity gains. Bitcoin and crypto will start to fix the money and banking. Bitcoin, I think so. Some of crypto, yes. So we'll see what happens. But this is just how somebody is thinking. And again, inflation is a lot higher than that, and they need to really fix that. Now, China. So China imposes a 34% reciprocal tariff on imports of U.S. goods in retaliation of Trump's trade war. Let's read a little bit more about this from CNN. Now, Trump raised the tariffs on Chinese goods by 34%. U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods now total 69%. Reminder, U.S. tariffs start April 5th. China's retaliation starts April 9th. Global stock markets are crashing in response. Again, these have not taken effect yet. They're in the progress of taking effect. And I believe he is using these as a negotiation tactic. A negotiation tactic. If it works out for him and we end up doing well, great. If it doesn't work out for him, it's not going to be good. But at the same time, what else are we going to do? If you have a better plan and you don't like anything I'm saying, comment below. I really want to know. And again, I'm not saying that I know everything, because I don't. But at the same time, we got to do something a little bit different. You got to negotiate. You got to play hardball. Next, we talked about $2.8 trillion wiped out from the stock market. And according to this, just in, retail investors bought $4.7 billion in stocks yesterday, the most in a decade. And I said retail came in with big cojones and still doesn't have the same rights as accredited investors. What does that mean? Well, that simply means that retail came in. They see this as a buying opportunity and they're buying. I don't know how much institutions bought or accredited investors, etc. But the fact that retail came in and is buying up that dip, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Or is it Warren Buffett says buy when others are feel fearful or something like that? I don't know. This was this morning. Over 1.5 trillion wiped out from U.S. stock open today. And then NASDAQ 100 officially enters bear market territory. Okay. Trump over here. We're going to listen to this clip. He says the market is going to boom. So let's hear what he's got to say. Curious to hear it. I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
I think it's going very well. It was an operation, like when a patient gets operated on, and it's a big thing. I said this would exactly be the way it is. We have $6 or $7 trillion coming into our country, and we've never seen anything like it. The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom. And the rest of the world wants to see, is there any way they can make a deal? They've taken advantage of us for many, many years. For many years, we've been at the wrong side of the ball. And I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be unbelievable. The thing that people have to talk about, we're up almost to $7 trillion of investment coming into our country. And you'll see how it's going to turn out. Our country's going to boom.
Trump says the country's going to boom. Again, I think that he is using this as a negotiation tactic, and I hope it works out for us. I do. And just like Warren Buffett says, scared money doesn't make money. Now, do I agree with everything he's doing? No. Do I hope it works out? God, yes. because I don't want my people struggling. We're already struggling enough. But at the same time, like the reason why I brought up the story of El Salvador, President Bukele, is because he took a chance making Bitcoin legal tender, doing all of these different things, and it seems to be working out for them over there. Did it happen overnight? No. But you have to take chances sometimes. And it sucks. It really sucks because there are people that are going to get hurt from this. But at the same time, what else are we supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know, man. All right. Okay. Now, Mr. Powell. Perfect time from this is from Trump. This would be a perfect time for Fed Chair Powell to cut interest rates. He is always late, but he can now change his image quickly. Energy prices are down, interest rates are down, inflation is down, even eggs are down 69%, and jobs are up. Jobs are really not up. I think they said that they added 228,000 jobs in March, but unemployment is still rising. And because the unemployment numbers are BS, even under Trump. Okay, the way the unemployment works is they make people fall off after a certain time period, and they're also, I believe they're also counting second and third jobs. Who the hell knows? But should Powell lower rates? Yeah. Why do they need to be this high? Why do they need to be this high? We don't know. This is a speech from Mr. Powell over here. Looking ahead, high tariffs will be working their way through our economy and likely to raise inflation in coming quarters. Reflecting this, both survey and market-based measures of near-term inflation expectations have moved up. So if he's saying this, and Mr. Powell's saying this, and why doesn't he go ahead and lower the rates? Side notes, U.S. CPI data on April 10th will be crucial for future Fed policy decisions. So we're going to get an update on the 10th, whether we're going to lower inflation or not. And again, we'll find out what's going on with China. And remember, Trump wanted to put tariffs on Mexico and what was it? Mexico and what? Who else? Who else? Mexico and Canada. And those are on the side right now. Now, from Standard Charter, they predict Bitcoin will likely break 88,500 this weekend. They're talking out because strong U.S. non-farm payroll report could boost Bitcoin's price. While a disappointing one may drive investors as Bitcoin hedge, Bitcoin's role as a hedge against in certain times is growing, with Standard Charter advising investors to hodl Bitcoin amid geopolitical and macroeconomic concerns. I think people should just hold Bitcoin in general. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Now, these are the crypto markets. So stock market is down, but crypto market is up. Everything is up. Grass, Atom, Pendle, Nexo, Ondo, Doge, Jupe, PP, Solana. They're all up. And I bought that link dip yesterday, babies. Floki is up 4.9%. That's probably because of TokenFi, which we'll get into that in a little bit. Now let's go ahead and take a look at charts. Take a look at charts. Can Bitcoin break $88,500 today? Also, too, if you sign up with my Femex ref link in the bio, you get $20. And they also have a bonus giving away, I believe, how much are they giving away? I think they're going to be giving away up to $2,000 on bonuses, depending on your trading record over there. If not, then you can go ahead and use crypto.com, not your keys, not your coins. No need to use high leverage. And you do need to read the terms of service, because if you don't do that, that's not good. Okay. You got to do those. Now let's get back into it. So this is Bitcoin. We are struggling. And I also was in Forbes talking about Bitcoin price action. That's what these lines are for, if y'all want to read the article. But anyways, Bitcoin, well, hold on over here. This chart over here. So Bitcoin was trading at 82.4, got a swing look high to 84.6, and we're just kind of going sideways. Market CIPHER is indicating a little red dot, which could be a drop, but honestly, I just need us to hold 83,000 this weekend. And taking a look at the 4 hour is actually looking healthy, primed to retackle 84.7. I don't think we're going to hit 88,500, possibly, but right now I want to see us break 86,000. Ethereum has also rebounded as well. She wants to move her way back up to 1864. Taking a look at the daily, we've got a couple swing wick lows here. Generally, when you continue to tap on resist or support on that, it could indicate a reversal. Well, fingers crossed, we'll see. Solana is trying to break back above 124. I think that we will, and then consolidate between 137 and 122 unless something negative happens with Bitcoin, and we will then continue to consolidate to 125 and 107. So we is consolidating nicely still, 221 to 243. XRP is up. XRP is one of the stronger ones. One of the stronger ones over here. We have 333 people watching. on YouTube, and I love that. My grandma loves that number. Now we're going to check Tiki-Taki, see what's going on with you beautiful people. Buy the dip. How many people do we have? I only have 300 of you watching. I need 10,000 likes. I'm going to need that 10,000 likes. I'm going to need 10,000 likes. Shout out to High Frequency. Shout out to High Frequency. Yeah, we need rates back down to 5%. All right, anyways, let's get back into the markets. Where the hell is the chart? XRP is looking nicely. We would need to break 222 to retackle 240, but XRP is looking strong. Link, I bought down over here at like 12 something. We're struggling to get back above resistance. Hopefully we do. The cryptocurrency market is currently trying to retackle resistance at $2.72 trillion. We'll see what happens. Aave is now trading in my buy area over here. So we'll see what happens with Aave. I'm going to continue to watch. I'm going to get greedy. with Aave. I'm going to wait for us to get like closer to 128. We'll see what happens. I might miss out. We'll see. Anyways, let's get back to the news because we got more to cover. Now, documenting Bitcoin. Apparently, Fortnite has added a Bitcoin mine to the new map, which is freaking cool. Absolutely cool. I love to see that. More Bitcoin adoption. And while we're talking about Bitcoin, if you guys have not gotten your tickets to Bitcoin 2025, please remember they raise rates all the time. If you use my code WendyO, you get 10% off. 10 or 20% off. I don't remember. But if you guys are interested, use my code. I'm going to be there. It's going to be super, super, super fun. And you guys should go to Bitcoin 2025. They told me it's going to be bigger than last year. So I'll be there. I haven't been there in a while, but I'm excited to get back. It's going to be fun. So again, it's going to be May 27th to the 29th. I will be there. I will be at all the different places. And it's going to be super fun. It's going to be super, super fun. You can even just buy a ticket to the after parties if you want. But I honestly recommend the weekend pass. Well, you can buy the after party bundle, festival pass, but a lot of the parties and stuff you can sign up without paying. So I don't know. We'll see. But go. It'll be fun. I'll be there. I'll be at the Venetian. Now let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum developers aim for May 7th mainnet deployment of Petra upgrade. So they delayed things. Let's see. Yep, they postponed the Petra upgrade to May 7th. It's delayed from April. The key upgrades will enhance wallet user experience and account abstraction, raises validator stake limit from 32 to 2,048. Yikes. Increases blob count for better roll-up scalability. This is why people like Solana. And of course, Ethereum is going to take their time. And this is just what they did during the merge. So as far as ETH goes, traditional finance will save us, fingers crossed. But let's get into this story. This is actually really, really big news for our partners over at Floki. They are now available on Robinhood EU. And again, you guys, Robinhood is, I know that they got a really bad rap during GameStop. But at the same time, I think that they might have been under a little bit duress, but they're making moves in the crypto industry. And I will say that Vlad, the founder CEO of Robinhood, was the only CEO that responded to me about predatory and accredited investor law need to be revamped. So I rock with them to an extent. But Robinhood is one of the largest, most trusted retail trading platforms, and they have 25 million user base and 200 billion in assets under custody. And you can trade Floki on Robinhood now if that's something you're interested in for EU. Also, too, this is going to be the little chart over here. You can officially see, you can get it in the EU, which is freaking awesome. So congratulations to Floki. And that's the thing about Floki is Floki, it was a meme coin that kind of started off as literally just a meme. I am. Can we expect in real life stream at Bitcoin 2025? Yeah, I'll stream. I'll stream. Oh, there's Eric, BGR. Anyways, you can meet Eric at Bitcoin 2025, right? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, empowering the future tokenization, seamless, affordable, and accessible for everyone. And that's this is TokenFi. I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, but this is one of the reasons why I do like Floki. And I have mad respect for their team, is every single time there's a brand new sector in crypto that they can pivot to, they create a utility with it. And they're fast, their team is effective, they know how to market, and they actually care about their community. So when you're talking about solid meme coins to look at, ones with utility, join the Floki community. All the links are below. But we do need to talk about TokenFi primarily because it's art for RWAs, okay? And we do know that RWAs are going to hit a $16 trillion market cap eventually. Also, with that being said, Floki allows you to make different RWAs and do all kinds of different things without having to understand how coding works, which is amazing. And and they're making tokenized assets more accessible. And all that it is, it's an easy to use all-in-one tokenization platform for creating tokens and tokenizing RWAs. And if you're not paying attention to what they are doing, I highly recommend. And I'm getting a lot of people that are saying, Wendy, I don't know how RWAs work. I don't know what's going on. What do I do? Can you make me a video? Join Floki's community. Join the TokenFi community. Ask questions there. Like, you don't have to buy anything. Just learn about it, okay? Their community, they have such a massive community that they would love to have you. And you can learn about TokenFi. You can learn about RWAs, and you can see why it's so important. And maybe one day you might want to make RWAs yourself. And all I'm asking you to do, I'm not trying to tell you to buy anything. I'm literally telling you to join their community, to research what they're doing. Okay, because if they're going to make RWA super easy to use, and BlackRock is doing their own RWA, so we got Floki for the people, and then we got BlackRock for the stuff. Yes, and this is a promo. Thank you so much, John Legend. Yeah, we never tell you guys to buy anything ever, and I always disclose when it's promoted or like when we're invested in the stuff. But seriously, like going in, like if you hear something I say, even if it's a promotion or not, go join the communities. Okay, the communities will help you. They want you in there. Like they want to teach you. Like I think it's awesome. You don't need to buy anything in crypto. Join the community. And heck, this is the thing. One of the biggest things I see in crypto is that people don't like to network. They don't like to put themselves out there. And you can I know so many people that have simply joined communities, just different communities in crypto, and they've networked, and they've found jobs, they've found opportunities, and they've done their own thing, and they've succeeded that way. And that's why I talk about building and networking, and you don't necessarily have to buy anything. Like I think dollar cost averaging Bitcoin is great. Dollar cost averaging in solid projects is great. But if you are not actively joining these communities and asking questions and like exploring and self-education, you're going to miss out. And if it ends up not being worth your while, cool, fine, fantastic. But at the same time, at least you expanded your mind and you learn. Like you join the Floki TokenFi community and learn about RWAs. If it works out for you, cool, join the community. If it doesn't, you don't have to. Very simple stuff. Simple stuff. But shout out to Floki. Now, we got some Solana stuff. Allegedly, 200 million of Solana is unlocking today. Today, April 4th, marks the largest single day unlocked of staked SOL until 2028. These 4 accounts staked total of 37.7 million of SOL in April 2021 and are up 5.5 times current price. Will they sell? I have no idea. I'm sure these people thought they were going to be up a little bit more. I would take profit. I would take a little bit of profit, but then I would probably restake to see what happens in 2028. That's just me, though. That's just me. Now, Grayscale. Okay. Grayscale files S1 spot Solana ETF with SEC. Staking is excluded. I think Ethereum staking ETF will get approved, and then we will get all the other ones. So anyways, it's a trust that will track Solana's price using the CoinDesk Solana price index. Nice. And we got this over here. Shout out to crypto.com. They says a new force has entered the universe, and loaded lions and dark lions are no longer alone in Maid City. Welcome to a new era, new powers, new territories, enemies. It's time to explore beyond. Now, we're going to watch this, and we are partnered with Lazy Lions. And the reason why we are partnered with Lazy Lions is because I like what they're doing. They are literally a project alongside that's like, I don't want to say incubated, but they're like the golden project of crypto.com. They've got GameFi, they've got NFTs, they've got their tokens, they got all kinds of stuff. And I think it's freaking awesome. So, and again, GameFi will come back. Y'all got to be patient, but let's watch this.
They were right to fear it. We tampered with forces beyond our control. Our pride truly damned us all.
Also, I like the graphics a lot.
Forbidden seals, and now, what's left of progress emerged from its slumber. But we cannot falter now. Search the temple ruins. Cross the seas of shadow to the eastern wastes. Find the watchers in the forgotten valleys. Learn the secrets of the ancient powers. We cannot undo what we did, so we must become something worse before darkness can claim these realms. We will command shadow itself.
Ooh, Fractured Fate. So Conquer New Horizons, they're going to have a land offering April 2025, which is cool. So again, GameFi will come back. It's a little bit slow right now, but I really like what Lazy Lions is doing. Again, they encompass quite a few things. Who is this? I don't know you. You can't call me. You can't be calling me. Anyways. But they are the flagship project within the Chronos ecosystem, which is the native token of Crypto.com. And they do have a 5-year roadmap. A lot of projects don't drop roadmaps, so they got one. But again, you guys, like, they've got physical merch, they've got gaming, they got NFTs, and their game main city is freaking cool. It's a Web3 game. And also, too, Season 3 is Fractured Fate, and it just dropped, which is the thing that we just dropped about. Oh my God. But anyways, there's going to be a lot more coming, and I'm excited to watch them. I really, really am. And again, you guys, this is a partnership with Loaded Lions. They had a really, really successful drop. They're doing well. They had a successful token launch. And again, I highly recommend that you join the communities. You ask questions, play the damn game. Just play it. It'll be fun. I like it. And again, I love Crypto.com. Really, really love Crypto.com. So shout out to Loaded Lions and Main City too. Now, apparently there has been a really goofy lawsuit going on with XRP. I'm wondering what this ODC plan is with Lion Token. My coworker stakes some. I just hold Crow for NFT space. Got to join the community, man. Got to join the community. All right, back to this. So there's this weird lawsuit happening. Apparently an odd filing just now present in the SEC versus Ripple docket, an emergency request to present decisive evidence in favor of defendants for the liberty America of a people. Apparently it's like this guy that was sued by the SEC. The filing claims evidence could impact the case's outcome and will benefit American citizens. Who even knows? Who knows? But I don't even know. Anyways, I just want to bring that to you guys. Coinbase institutional files for XRP futures trading with the CFTC. So if we get XRP futures, we will get the spot ETF. Will be coming soon. And again, we're still waiting for the lawsuit to officially be over. It's like 99% over. And Cardano whale buys 150 million worth of ADA in 72 hours. Let's see what's going on with ADA. I need to eat. I think I need to get pizza. Yeah, it hit 70 cents. Cool. Shout out to Cardano. I like Cardano. And then filecoin. What's going on? Filecoin file spikes 30% as South Korean exchange lists the token. Up it. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I don't know. That's pretty much it for the show today. That's for the show. We had some really cool stuff with TokenFi, Floki, RWA. So go check that out. Really cool stuff with Loaded Lions. I need to put more blush on. And then we talked about the stock market and all the drama. But anyways, I got a video coming for you guys at 2 p.m. PST about TokenFi. It's actually I'm going to explain the RWA process and what they're doing a little bit more. So make sure you guys watch that. I'll be live streaming tomorrow, 10 a.m. And I'll get some other content out for you guys. But anyways, thank you so much for rocking with me. I got to go. I got to go thrift store shopping and probably eat a whole entire pizza today. That sounds good. Sending y'all love and light. Bye-bye.